Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to the month of January 2022 for you and your tarot. And just a quick reminder, I do not appear in my monthly tarot forecasts because, well, people like to see the cards and I do use more cards, and so that's what we're going to do. And just a quick heads up as well, if you're watching your rising sign forecast, your rising sign is giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign forecast, well, that's going to be showing you the less prominent, albeit still significant side story that's also playing out throughout the course of the month. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you may follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget, I've also got a sale going on right now through the 31st of December 2021, 25% off all appointments and gift certificates. And even if you can't get an appointment right now or you don't have time for it, those gift certificates don't expire until December 31st, 2022. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and engagement helps this channel out a lot. So this month, your big focus is on the Ace of Cups in reverse. And there is going to be a lot of pressure to come out of your shell this month, Virgo, especially when it comes to coming out about things that you normally keep to yourself, or things that you don't normally speak up about, feelings that you don't normally share. I'm also seeing some of you maybe getting pulled out of your shell by a lot of opportunities that are going to require you to be a lot more front and center, a lot more accessible to people, and possibly even put into a place of greater influence over a lot of stories, narratives, and timelines that are going on in all circles of your life. With the Ace of Cups reversed, it's always an opportunity for us to check our self-censorship, check what we are suppressing, and see what may actually be working against us by holding it inside. However, there is, of course, always a better way to articulate those things, right? A ream, a purge, a first draft blurt is never the way. That's not the one you want to put out there. That's kind of, that's only sending the negative energy. It's not actually sending the message. But you are going to get a chance to start making some very powerful moves this month if you will allow yourself to become the one who is most visible, most audible in center stage. But for that, you also have to make sure that you are ready to be vulnerable and ready to be engaged with. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, we do have the Emperor card upright as well as the King of Cups reversed. And here is a perfect example of you being lifted up and put into a place of power and prominence. In fact, a lot of you may find that your stock is rising, not only with people who would be considered authority figures in your field or, when it comes to your financial circumstances, but you yourself are being offered the power to make some very strong trend shifts. You're getting a lot of respect. There may actually even be some promotions or elevations that lift you higher than what would be considered normal for the amount of time spent going through this rise. Maybe it's happening very quickly. We are rising through the ranks quicker than anyone ever has, or we are stepping into a space where a new seat of power is created just for us, which allows us to then, of course, transform the rest of our lives in accordance with it, as a reflection with it. The Emperor card upright is also indicating that there will likely be a point where, because you are being given this, you are going to have to be ready to give some opinions, give some feelings, and even take some leadership or authority roles where you may have actually avoided it before or decided you didn't want to have a say, you didn't want that responsibility before. TS, this is kind of the price you get for rising to power in this way. Now, with the King of Cups reversed, we definitely see, yes, a lot of insecurities getting challenged in work and financial and family processes this month as well, because the King of Cups reversed may force you, Virgo, to be in a situation where you have to face a personal insecurity or a personal fear. Now, this may be performance anxiety, this may be public speaking, this may be you having to be willing to have interactions, engagements, meetings, or even confrontations with people that you have avoided, certain crowds or corners of your field you have avoided, or maybe even face things that have not necessarily tested your ability yet. However, with that Emperor card upright, remember this is all in the interest of you becoming a much more substantial power in your career, in your field, and at home. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Seven of Wands upright, as well as the Eight of Wands upright. And the Seven of Wands is showing me where you're not going it alone this month. In fact, you actually have some really good news coming through a friend or a relative that is actually helping you to finish a struggle, finish a conflict, or maybe just finish a project or a difficult journey that you have been on. And they're helping you not only put the finishing touches on it, but they are actually helping to expand and amplify the collateral effect that you are having on the world. Now, this could actually happen in such a way where they are backing you up, where you need that second motion, where you need that proposition to be made, where you need a bit of muscle. They are throwing that there for you. And with the Seven of Wands, you may also notice that this friend or this relative or maybe this group is also playing a big part in actually accelerating your progress towards maybe an intention or a goal you have been trying to go at solo. In fact, with the Eight of Wands upright, you're also going to find that this is going to be a month where not only you are extremely busy, but you are going to need to be ready to turn on a dime for a lot of new developments. Even things that you've kind of just put out there willy-nilly, or things you thought you were going to be taking it easy with, are now shifting into high gear. And with the Eight of Wands, a lot of you Virgo people may feel a bit intimidated by that. You may have thought you had more time to, even though it's positive, all of a sudden now we have to get ready to do something now. We are moving now. We are traveling now. We are making this jump now. We are initiating now. The good news is with the Eight of Wands, this could also be insanely profitable and become secured very, very quickly. But it's something that could catch you off guard, especially if you're used to going at a much slower pace, because that's how it's been in recent history. In fact, with your challenge this month, you do have the Four of Swords in reverse. And with the Four of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles upright, things may be progressing so quickly that you are being put on notice that you don't want to lose your footing. In fact, with the Four of Swords reversed, there may be a lot of overnight transformations that go on in a lot of different corners of your life that you're going to need to be able to adapt to almost instantaneously. The good news is, though, with the Four of Swords reversed, is that you are also getting a chance to use this to speed up the completion of things you don't necessarily want to do anymore. Just make sure that you're not burning the candle at both ends, and that you're not acting impulsively, and that you are not just taking things for granted when they are going quickly. We have to make sure that they are safely going quickly. There's a difference between making a beeline for a goal that is safe and secure and just careening through space with no expertise at the helm. And with the Four of Swords reversed, there is a bit of chaos that we may have to confront this month. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles upright, the other challenge you have, though, Virgo, is kind of interesting. It's about stepping it up, transforming what you bring to the table so that you're bringing more to the table. If you haven't noticed, this whole month is about your elevation. Well, with the Eight of Pentacles upright, that does require us to make the necessary adjustments so we are working with greater power and resources that are not going to be in a clash with what we are used to doing. Some of you may be finding that this is a month where you have to update your training, you have to update your skills, you maybe have to make some transformations about your environment, your availability, your organization, your familiarity with certain things, really bone up on your studies. And I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, this is all about you rising to the occasion. But in order to rise to the occasion, you've got to be a match for the occasion, and you're challenged to do your best to make it so. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do have the Devil card upright, as well as the Six of Wands upright. And this month, a lot of you Virgo people are going to find that love and romance, whether you're in an established relationship or it's somebody recent or somebody new, is actually going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm actually seeing a lot of enjoyment of certain pleasures or certain indulgences that ultimately we have maybe been a bit more fastidious about keeping down, not allowing ourselves to play with, not letting ourselves get too adventurous with, which is okay. And yes, this can go into very deeply intimate subject matter, but sometimes it's not deeply intimate. Sometimes it is about fun. Sometimes it is about just recreation. It's about adventure. The thing about the Devil card upright, though, that we have to also make sure we remember is that it is possible to almost go too fierce, or maybe we may be facing something that we have taken on as a way to spice up our life, or facing where we have overspiced our life a little bit, right? Where is something not necessarily having the intended effect? Where is it time to maybe think about diversifying a little bit? And where is it going to be necessary for us to see what is having what effect on us in our relationship? Because there's a perfectly healthy, safe, responsible, and satisfying way to do this, but we may have to face facts where certain things may run the risk of getting out of hand. When it comes to the Six of Wands upright, however, it is a really, really good month in love. A lot of you are going to be not only getting a chance to build on a whole new sense of community and social circle with your partner, but even those of you who are currently single and available may actually find that you are having more than just one option show up your way. A lot of you are also going to find that your partners, new and committed partners, are also going through their own string of wins, their own good luck streak, their own upward mobility streak. And with their rise, with their promotion, with their gain, with their breakthrough, this does change what we decide we can do with our relationship as far as how we're treating ourselves at home and what exactly we are deciding to surround ourselves with, because it's all about transforming into something that is a more accurate, comfortable, and, dare I say, even opulent reflection of what we want for ourselves. So that is what I've got for all of you Virgo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.